that can be added, which is I created from here. You can see this one. Okay, this is all just for images I created, but later I said option 2, make it a poster prompt. So it gave me a poster prompt. I didn't create all, but for example, eye-catching photorealistic poster, Lumera, clear glass dropper with serum, and this one, soft sunlight, okay, minimal botanical background with subtle bokeh and elegant composition centered on the product. Include branding like Lumera Skin Tag and tagline, one drop to the luminous skin. And all this was given by, just with one prompt like this, it gave me this. Okay. So I took this one and drop it to the poster creation in Wiz. Like this. And this gave this kind of results because it already have it divided itself as a headline, as a subhead. I didn't add CTA, so it's good to have CTA, and your poster is done. Final version with complete wordings. Okay, you choose one poster of this, and then with that orange thing, and then it gives you this. Okay. Okay. Exactly like what I did. Put in the subject, which is the bottle, and then upload the scene that you want. And then you also upload the style that you want. So this is what, if you don't have the style, you have the background, fine, and you have the product, it will combine for you like this. So you can leave this one out if you don't want. Not necessarily you have to fill up all. Okay, then you can create here. Okay. Let me see if there is something that I can show you in a video. I think they have covered.
So in today's online tutorial, I'm going to be showing you guys how you can use Google's new AI tool called Whisk. It's a powerful tool if you want to create new styles and have more control over your image editing with your own image inputs. So let's get started. So with Whisk, the essential idea here is to merge different things together to get one final output. The idea isn't to just make one image or two, it's to combine several images together to merge them in terms of their styles and get one cohesive output. So if you don't have any images to start with, what I would recommend is just hitting this dice button, because it basically gives you an idea just out of the box with Google's model, and then we can click generate. So once we click generate, I'm going to show you guys exactly what we can do with that image and why this tool is so powerful when it comes to creating final image outputs. So you can see the image has been generated here already. And what you want to do once that image is generated, you can then open up this sidebar, because this is basically going to be where the majority of our manipulation goes in terms of manipulating the final image output. So essentially we've gotten two images here and some of these look really good. So what I'm actually going to do now is I'm actually going to use this woman for the subject image. So essentially right here, what it is now doing is analyzing the subject. Now, of course, this is a person, so this is going to be the main focus of that image. So now what we want to do is we basically want to generate a scene. So a scene is basically going to be some kind of environment, a location, a place that this woman is going to be at. So what I will do is I will have to either upload an image, which I'll show you guys after, or I can enter a simple image prompt. But for this one, what I will do is I'll just generate it randomly so you guys can understand. So over here, you can see it's generated this image already, and that so far looks very good. So that seems to be some kind of fantasy environment. Tennis court, honestly, I can't really see, but if you do click the button on the bottom left and we open this up, we can see that it looks like, yeah, a fantastical tennis court located within a lush, overgrown magical city. So, of course, what we can do here, since we are going to have the character inside the scene, we can add some additional details. Okay, I will add that after so you can see how the prompt is controlled. But now all we need to do is just have a final style on how that image is going to look. So we can see here that we've got the subject, we've got the scene, we've got the style, and the style is of course what's going to drive how these final inputs merge together. So it won't change the scene, it won't change the subject, it will just change visually how this is perceived. So once again, I'm going to hit the dice icon, and here you can see it's basically given us this anime scene. So it says a vintage anime style guide, which is really nice. Of course, this looks really cool because I don't really know that many styles. I know a few styles, but I'm not artistic enough to know every single style. So rolling the dice sometimes can give you a little bit of inspiration. So what I will do now is I will essentially just merge these. And so now what I will do is I will just literally click this button. And now what will happen is, because I've got 3 inputs here, it's now going to generate this subject, which is the woman, in this place, in this style. So we can see right here that we have that image right here. So we can see it's this woman. We've got the background, which is the location of the fantastical tennis court. And then of course we have this in the anime style. So that's basically the gist of how this works. But there's so many other small, features and things that I think are really cool that you definitely want to check out. So one of them that's really cool is that quickly you can change the aspect ratio. So if you want to post this to, a different social media platform, I'm not sure, maybe you want to use it in an online story, what we can do is have the portrait style right here. So we can see that that is going to be formatted for there. So you can see that when we have this aspect ratio, it's actually going to be much more effective on different social media platforms. Likewise, once again, we can click this icon and go to the square where we can actually have the other platforms too. And so this is super, super nice because what we can gauge here is, of course, the different platforms are different styles. So for the majority of this video, I will keep it on landscape. But once again, if you want to see how different styles impact it, what we can do is we can just keep hitting the dice, and then we can kind of build up a style board here. So once again, we can see that now it is picked on a sticker. So you're only allowed to have one active style at a time. So if I do this in this sticker style and we generate this image, it's actually going to give us a sticker style image. But I'm guessing that the reason it couldn't generate this one is because maybe the sticker background is a little bit too complex. So I'm pretty sure if I go for this style, it should be able to give us exactly what we asked. So yeah, that looks really nice. And as always, I would recommend just clicking this button here so you can see what kind of style this is if you've never seen it before. So this is like a paper cut style. This looks really effective. So I'll definitely be going ahead and probably saving this. We can hit the style dice a bit more times. And of course, if you don't want certain styles, we can just delete them if they don't fit whatever it is that we are trying to create. Now, luckily, this does support image uploads, and I'll show you guys one last style here. So I'm gonna go ahead and generate this one. This style is a 1960s grainy film aesthetic, and we can see right here that it actually generates something really, really cool. So I really, really do like the fact that you can mess around with styles and get multiple different things. Now, what's also cool is that you can actually move these images around. So let's say, for example, I wanted to move this dinosaur up here and I wanted to delete this woman. Now I'm actually going to get a dinosaur in this location. Okay, so what I will be able to do is I'll be able to essentially get a dinosaur in this location at this style. So if I hit this in right now, you can see that I'm able to get some new images, and we can clearly see here that we have this same dinosaur in these new areas. I will say one thing though, one thing that is mildly frustrating when it comes to Google's Whisk is that it currently doesn't support really consistent characters. I do suspect that this will change in the future, but there are minor nuances that I've seen that really don't look that good. And I'm going to show you guys what I mean by that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete all of these images, and then I'm going to upload some of my own images to show you guys exactly what I mean. So I'm going to upload an image of a car. So I've got this image of a red car. I'm now going to upload an image of a background. And so I've also got this jungle racetrack that is now uploading. You'll be able to see this one in a minute, and you can see it's analyzing the image. So you can see right here, it basically just gives you a prompt. And for the most part, it looks like what Google Whisk is actually doing is just transferring over the prompts into one final image. It doesn't look like it's actually capturing what the image is and then actually transferring it in the AI. So of course, for the style, what I will do is I will do the paper cut style. And then now when I click generate, you're going to see this car on this racetrack in this style. And so, yeah, so for this particular example, what we can see here is that, it doesn't capture the exact car. So whatever object it is that you might have, I would specify exactly what it is. So if you want to go into here, we can edit the details. So I'm not sure if Google will get this, but instead of saying a red sports car, since I know the make and model of this car, I'm going to put a red 911 GT2 RS with a black hood, yada, yada, yada. And that's basically the main thing. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to just save that. So now when I open this up, and so you can see here that it actually just updates the thing. So you can see right here that now that I've put a red 911 GT RS, you can see that this is the initial image. So I would actually have to switch over to this other image right here. But if I do switch over to this image right here, what I will be able to do is get a much cleaner response. So now when I generate this prompt, you'll see what I mean. So yeah, you can see that the subject is now actually here.
I speed
So
up a
if
bit.
you're struggling with image, what it will in terms of the motion, got some other small images, and it's not crazy, but it does show what you're able to do when you're able to get, you know, a few environments, a few styles. And I would say for your styles, do make sure that whatever's in that button, but we can go to another project. So I'm going to open this one and I'm going to show you something really cool. So what we can do here is, let's say, for example, remember how I generated that car and I was like, okay, I really like this. I figured out the prompt and everything. I can actually share this whisk with other users. So what you're able to do is essentially share that entire recipe so other people can have their own creations. Now, this is particularly useful and powerful if you want to maybe create something on social media, like a trend where everyone changes their avatar to something, or where everyone changes, and then it would give us this. It's going to give me an entirely different image, but I will show you that this retains the initial goal of the first prompt. So now I just have to wait for image 4 to do its thing. So now you can see right here, I just have this image. And then I'm just going to, of course, keep this one. And then now when I click play, that way it will actually use everything, because if you have any ideas, just provided that you have some.
Okay, we get some idea. Okay, so then the rest I think I have shown. Now let me go back to next one. Okay, image FX, also from the Labs Google just now. So same prompt. We already seen this. I already demo this. Okay, now let's go to Pipit AI. If you compare Pipit, if you compare Whisk, of course, Pipit gives better than Canva and also Whisk. The quality is good, but when you generate a poster, it takes quite a bit of time. So we can generate one, but then we have to jump to another topic. Then we come back and see what they generated. So it gives you the image idea. Then you straight away choose AI design. And for Pipit, it uses Nano Banana Pro. So that's why it is more latest and it is gives you more crispy looks on the poster. So you choose this one and then you drop the same prompt just now, and then you just say generate, and it comes up like this, 4 posters at the same time. So you can fine tune this, tweak it this, and keep saying generate. Then you can put the second prompt and the third prompt. Okay, so you can keep experimenting like this. This is Pipit. Okay, and this is creating poster. So this is from the poster ChatGPT that just now, and then it combine and give you in 3 different ratios of the poster that you can do. So we can do a live demo in here, but it will take a bit of time. Okay, this is what been generated before. Oh, okay, just let me show you something before I move. Okay. Okay, this is something that I generated as a